Hello, class, and welcome to Y Caliber. I'm your host, the Crypt Keeper.
That doesn't sound like the Crypt Keeper at
It
all.
really doesn't, does it?
Yeah,
But there's a new one
sorry.
coming out.
Oh boy.
Isn't it Kanye that's doing the new one?
What?
It's a new Crypt Keeper.
Tales from the K-Ripped.
Oh man.
Let me check real quick. Oh, they're not going to use the new, or they're not going to use the Crypt Keeper. Is it M. Night Shyamalan, really?
Ugh.
Oh. R.I.P. that.
I guess pretty much every Tales from the Crypt episode is just, what a twist!
That's true.
That is a good point.
Yeah, but he'll also think, well, Tales for the Crypt was for children, so I'll make it super boring and awful, like I did with the last movie I made that I thought was for children.
Fair enough.
I feel like you got some baggage concerning Avatar: The Last Dongbender.
I haven't heard of that. Anyway, we're playing Force and Destiny. It's a Star Wars role-playing game.
Who's doing the intro here?
Not you, apparently.
You've been called
Smug's our GM.
Wow.
Hey, Smug.
Wow. You know, I'm just not going to talk.
Good,
It's gonna
great.
be hard to GM then.
No, it'll be even better.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee it. Speaking of which, that's internet celebrity D. Davis playing McGruff.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He's excited. Almost as excited as Steve is to be playing Wyatt.
I'm very excited. Hi, guys.
And speaking of guys, there's Mike playing Railcage.
Hi there.
And over there is Jared playing Lan.
Yep.
I think that's everybody. Well, I'm playing Bosmo. I'm
Yeah,
Matt.
there we go.
All right. So, welcome to White Caliber, everybody. We're playing Fantasy Flight Games' Star Wars: Force and Destiny.
Yep.
But apparently he is going to use the Crypt Keeper.
I hope he's playing the Crypt Keeper. That'll be his
Would-
cameo.
It would probably be a good role for him. Now, in our last session, you guys had arrived on the planet that Jedi scholar, aka the scholar of all things Jedi, Roman Hathan, had been abducted to. She was last seen in a security surveillance video inside of her own ship, getting strangled by a man known as Malefax.
So this is a Quentin Tarantino movie, then?
Probably.
Am
You
I in
will
fact the
shortly-
sheriff of Red Rock?
Whoa.
In Glorious Jedi.
Probably gonna head that way. No, that's too hard for Star Wars. It's meant to be all light and fuzzy until you've got skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Now you arrived on the planet. You were not able to get as close as you may like because McRuff was able to triangulate the position of Hethan's stolen ship, which had been parked on the mountaintop of... What the fuck was the mountain called?
Telkin or Teklin?
Telek? Telek?
J.R. Tolkien.
Telek.
Mount Telek. Yeah, that's right. Tellec for those playing at home. Now you had made your way up the mountain as far as you were able to when you were greeted by a sheer cliff face through the joint effort of Wyatt and Lan. You were able to find a way closer to the top, and then everyone climbed the rest of the way up. Bosmo presumably flew his way up.
Yeah, thanks for completely discounting my contribution to finding the path there, Smug.
Well, you were able to locate that there was a path.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Bosmo.
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
a contributor to the
Yeah.
group.
You really
Wow.
did. You really did save us.
You're so
Yeah,
salty
yeah,
for
I
that,
did.
Caliber.
Alright, so we got up to the top of the mountain?
I just don't know if I can play in such a hostile environment.
Well, deal with it.
Hopefully it's all sea salt because it's better for you.
All right. So you're able to make your way to the top of this particular cliff face. There is, even though it is somewhat hidden by the snow that continues to fall, there is a pathway leading north. So what would you guys like to do at this point?
I'm gonna go towards the pathway leading north.
Probably a good decision. You're not on rails, though.
So the snow is the storm is ongoing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no sign of any tracks or anything like that.
At this point, no. It has taken you guys several days to get to
Right.
the planet, and that video was recorded probably weeks prior.
Oh,
She's probably already
for a
dead.
few hours to get up here. Okay. All right.
Indeed. Now, Bosmos entered his command to flutter north. So the path north does indeed lead north, which is surprising to all of us. But what it does lead to is a set of rather decrepit ruins. They are, of course, practically caked in snow, but amidst the mild blizzard, and we're talking a couple of hours of walking north, it's got to be some kind of structure, perhaps a chance to take a little bit of a what's the word I want? A bit of a respite
Shelter.
from the storm if you guys wanted to.
Oh shit! Is it Minnie's haberdashery?
Uh-oh.
And Bosmo will flutter over towards the nearest ruined pillar and attempt to see if there's any ancient writing on it for him to try and decipher. His interest is immediately caught by this because it might be Jedi related.
All right. So he's going to be brushing against the snow to try to clear it off and see if there's anything written on it underneath.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What shall that be? I mean, I'm not going to make you roll to get the snow off. You fail and suffer tremendous strain.
You get
no.
frostbite.
Oh no!
And then he's renamed to Stumpy.
Oh.
For the little stumps where his wings used to be.
They've got to tape his lightsaber to his stump. All right, I'm going to have you roll perception for me against 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Now, I should note, you were able to get up to the top, which, as we discussed in the last video, but you weren't at the computer, you have an extra boost die available to you for the rest of this particular part of the session, because that was impressive to get up that cliff face. You've got confidence.
Is that for, like, is it one only? Or one time only? Or is it?
It'll be in play for a few rolls.
Okay.
At least until you feel like your character's confidence has been punctured.
So don't
Nothing
roll a
can
despair.
take you down now.
Why did you jinx him like that?
I'm just a vindictive son of a bitch.
Bosmo is unable to make out any inscription on the pillar. Alas.
Yeah, he brushes away the snow, and while he may have been eager to find ancient engravings, perhaps drawings of caveman Jedi holding caveman lightsabers, it's rather smooth underneath. The snow gives away, but beneath is just stone that has been worn down by the ravages of age.
Bosmo looks up from the pillar and says here the shitter's clogged.
Well, that's a shame.
But what he does, that is a shame, but he continues to brush away at the snow, ever working lower and lower down that pillar.
He's just tunneling himself in there.
And as he gets particularly low on that pole,
He's working it.
he suffers from frostbite now.
We have to replace all his limbs with cybernetic limbs, but we can't get Toydarian-sized ones. So he has human-sized arms and legs.
Yeah, it's like baby limbs. He finds what looks like something that could maybe be depressed. There's kind of like this vague line running through the base of the pillar. It might be a button.
There's a button on this pillar. Think we should
Why would
press
there
it?
be a button on a pillar?
Well, I've never found anything wrong with pressing strange buttons on strange pillars before.
I feel like you
Winters, look at Rail.
might be sarcastic there.
Rail just shakes his
Phrasing.
head.
Do we have a long thing we could poke it with? Because sometimes people put traps in places.
That is
I
true.
bet. Is there a stick?
If only you could,
You gotta perceive the stick, man.
if only you could push it with the force.
He didn't buy that power, though.
Oh man, MacLeod is going to start. His entire being is now all encompassed by. Is there a stick? What am I rolling against, Smug?
There are forests nearby. They are rather snow laden, and the evergreens are there, but most are deciduous. So it's going to be pretty easy for you to find a stick. So it's going to be 1 purple dice.
Okay.
Boy, that still wintry forest would be a cool place for a lightsaber fight.
Oh, I couldn't find. They're all too high. All the sticks are in the sky. Ah.
But
And that's
he
pretty
apparently
much what it
enjoys
boils
the
down
hunt
to.
so much that he recovers a strain.
Nice.
That is true. He gets so damn excited at all these sticks that are just out of his reach that he feels a little bit better. You were supposed to add a boost die on, by the way.
Oh, let me just take care of that.
What are
That's
you gonna
alright.
do? Come on.
Maybe
See
you're gonna
what
find a
else.
stick. You're gonna find
Maybe
a stick,
you'll roll
boy.
2
You're gonna find it.
successes on it.
Come on, boy. Find the
Come
stick.
on, boy.
Come on.
Get the stick. Get the stick.
Oh,
Oh.
It's a lot of
He
exuberance.
did his
The boost-
best.
the boost die is a cruel die.
It is.
It is a cruel mistress. But maybe
You're
if
still a
someone
good
wants
boy, MacLeod. Oh,
Still
you
a good boy. He's a bear.
a helpful guard is patting him. If somebody wants, they can go and help him get a stick, though.
You want me to go fail some more rolls over there?
Rail, you should help him out.
Why are we even rolling for a stick?
He
That's
wants
a
to
good
find a
point.
long stick to push the button
Yeah,
so
we
that
don't-
if
what
the
if there's-
button
what if
blows
it's
up,
trapped?
nobody gets blown up.
Oh.
I don't think we'd be able to find one of those in complete ease in the forest.
Tell you what, why don't I just poke it with my sword?
Mm.
Phrasing.
Uh,
Yeah,
Alright.
sure, why not?
Is that what Roll Cage wants to do?
sure.
Does anyone want to stop him?
Oh, I'm busy watching McGruff
Where-
frolic.
I take a step back.
I already gave my warning. I'm looking for the tool I think will actually, help us not die. So I'm not going to stop him. I'm looking for a stick. I'm in stick heaven. I'm trying
I'm
to
just
get
taking
these
a,
sticks.
taking a big step back.
Do it up, Rail Cage.
I'm gonna volunteer for this.
May God be with
Okay.
you.
Well, I think the tip of this thing is about 3.5 feet long, so
It's a shame none of us have force push.
Now
That's a
you're
big
just
tip.
bragging.
That's like the big tip Smug had earlier.
True.
Well, now that big tip's going to get pushed right in.
That's right.
well,
Just the tip.
here it goes.
All right. I'm not gonna have you. I'm not gonna have you roll for this.
Then we watch as Rail pokes the orb of disintegration that was hidden in the mouth of the statue.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
All right. So he takes out that family sword of his, the one that he has brought numerous bad guys to justice with. And I guess he tentatively reaches out and kind of kind of pokes around. He misses a couple of times, then he manages to angle it in just right to
That's what
depress
she
the
said.
stone.
I wouldn't brag that she said you missed a couple times.
It's really painful, you know.
I don't think he knows what he's doing down there at all.
Just keep fumbling around. Nothing bad can happen.
Oh, right. I forgot I can't make that joke anymore now that I'm dating.
Sure, you can. She just shouldn't
Yeah,
be sitting
except
there
then
when
it's
you make the joke.
clearly implied. Well, she's not.
Well,
And I
there you
mean,
go.
she
You're
wouldn't
free
watch
to-
these recordings,
I mean,
right?
if she...
Yeah, let's be honest. Nobody
not this
watches
one.
these recordings.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore, huh?
Damn.
After last week, she's like, you know what? I'm not going to come around when you're doing tabletop.
I thought it was going to be cool. It wasn't.
Huh.
All right, so you press the stone in, and it goes in just far enough that something is triggered, and a electrical arc runs up the length of the sword, and is going to give you a bit of a zap.
Good thing I installed this rubber handle.
You'd have to use a force die or a.
I know, right? Would
for
I
that.
waste a force die on something so trivial? Let's see.
Light side die. I got to get that in my head. But if you choose not to do that, it'll just be one strain for you.
Okay, ow.
It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world.
static shock.
Also, 8 wounds. Ah!
It's a disruptor button.
It'll come into play later when he's so statically charged.
Yeah.
He causes
Touches
his
the
grenade
doorknob
to
and
go
kills
off
somebody.
prematurely. All right. So at
His
that
hair is all
point,
sticking up now.
okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hmm?
I couldn't hear what Jared said. So I was
Said his
rudely
hair is
talking
all
over
sticking
him.
up now.
That's right. He turns into Yahoo Serious.
Oh, man.
And if you don't know who Yahoo Serious is, you are missing out.
From that brief period in the 80s where we were really fixated on Australian culture.
That's right.
And
Young
that
Einstein.
it was Yahoo Serious and Crocodile Dundee.
And one of them was a tax evader.
Only one?
Was it Paul Hogan?
It was Paul Hogan. I don't know
Yeah!
about Yahoo Serious. He kind of dropped off the map.
He just
Does
started
anyone-
evading everything.
Does anyone named Hogan ever not let us down?
I guess Hogan of Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, he was pretty heroic.
He
It's
did
true.
all the good hero stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And can you point on the dole where Hulk Hogan touched you?
Not my
No,
heart.
He didn't touch me anywhere, but I mean, he did say some really
Yeah.
shit stuff.
It's an inappropriate thing.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but you know, he also made Thunder in Paradise. Come on.
That I don't think that's even more
not,
damn.
yeah.
No,
And
those two
Mr.
things
Nanny?
definitely cancel each other out.
Shit, Mr. Nanny.
Suburban Commando.
If you had said Suburban Commando like Jared just said, I'd be like, all right, maybe it's not all bad, but you started with Tropic Thunder in Paradise. So.
Tropic Thunder in Paradise might have been pretty good.
Speaking
that-
of thunder, Railcage just got electrocuted.
Yeah.
Stop trying to get us on task, White Caliber.
Yeah,
All right.
he shakes his hand and goes, "Damn." Guess that button was bearing a right old static charge of some sort.
Is anything happening?
Clearly a little more than that. And that is a voice speaking.
Oh, okay, that wasn't just
Oh,
you.
no.
No. I was trying to do a little voice and then I spoke.
I got
over you.
it.
Is it a
Good
spooky
voice.
voice?
It's a little spooky, but not for long, as one of the stones in the ruins slides back. The snow atop it drifts down, but from that falling flurry lifts a projection cube. It lifts up into the air and then projects the image of this guy.
Oh, no.
Ah. It's a
Hey,
Syrian.
it's a code.
We don't have any subway for him.
Is that-
he going to tell us to narcle the Garthok?
That Dan Aykroyd?
Is that Kiadi-Mundi?
It's a Syrian.
Too soon.
Cerean.
Too soon.
Sorry.
I'm going
I
to
was laughing belatedly at T. Davis' joke, definitely.
No.
Sure.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the projection flickers into existence, but it's definitely a man in robes that only a certain type of profession would wear. He crosses his arms. One hand lifts to stroke that magnificent beard that he's got.
Oh, he's a massage therapist. Okay.
Right. He's ready to greet you in the mall.
So
Welcome to my valley.
Let me open up your chakras.
Without a doubt.
Did you
$20
get into
for
Shadow
the
Hearts
first one.
now?
you win.
No. No, we're leaving.
Bosmo gasps.
No wonder anyone.
Why, hello again. Ignore my holographic cat.
Oh, you're holographic Bothan?
Ah, yes, we called them cats back when I was created.
And when
I'm the
Slithery was
gatekeeper.
okay.
I must say, you did quite well mounting the cliff there.
Freezing.
That's not quite the term I would choose, but thank you, I suppose.
Yes,
what
thank
term
you.
would
it
you
was,
choose?
It was very difficult for me, but I did it anyway. Thank you.
Ah, yes, winged one. You did quite well in discovering that alternate path. You get belated praise. Ah, my cat. But anyway, as I said, welcome to my valley. What brings you here?
We are
Well,
in
we got
search. Okay, you go ahead.
we have a innocent in distress that we're here to undistress.
Why did I let him speak?
Wait,
God damn, Mike, this is the Jedi's time.
did you just Jim West him? Did you just say,
Sorry.
when we meet that damsel in distress, she'll be out of that dress when she meet Jim West?
Damn, D. Davis cracked my code.
Desperata, you don't want nada?
Wow,
What?
rough
Just going
ride
for a
up.
bit more Groucho Marxy.
All right, though. Yeah, I'll quiet down and let perhaps Cosmo,
Everyone looks at
Jedi
Reno.
that he's been waiting to speak with.
Yeah, like even the gatekeeper just kind of looks at Roll Cage and then turns towards Bosmo, who was gonna speak.
We are in pursuit of a Sith who has captured a scholar of the Jedi Order.
Rail's kind of wait. What?
And those ancient eyebrows lift considerably. A Sith, you say?
Well,
I'm not so sure about that.
certainly a disciple of the dark side of the Force.
Now
So-
that
What
is a
the
little
Sith?
more wise. Well, as it happens, your search has brought you to the right place because, yes, indeed, there are several individuals here within my valley who do not belong here.
Bosmo looks around for a second like, is it us?
I suppose that depends entirely on what your purpose here is. If it is as altruistic as you say, merely to find this person in distress, then no, I would say you are not.
Well, we definitely
individuals.
came up this mountain to freeze our asses off, that's for sure.
Yes, it is quite cold here during 9 months of the year.
Wow.
As he transmits this from his sauna at the South Pole.
May we enter and pursue the malefactor within?
Ah, the malefactor. Malefex, I believe his name is.
What, really?
Seriously? Damn.
Yes, well,
You just made that up.
we all have a mother.
It's true. It's true.
Actually, Toydarians are asexual.
Oh, never mind. It's not true then. I'm a liar. I apologize.
I would have no problems with you entering my valley and perhaps, if you can make it, my temple.
Crazy.
However, in addition, I require this man removed, this Malefax. As you have indicated, he has fallen. His corruption is seeping into my valley, and I do not wish his taint to become permanent upon his soil, rather.
Well, that is, of course, understandable, and I will do my best to vanquish him. Him? Bosmo kind of looks around, looking for confirmation that the guy in the recording was a guy.
That was
Whatever
probably a
his
male.
gender
I mean-
identification is.
The Deveronian women look completely different.
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't have the horns and they have hair.
Well, he may identify.
And they
as-
don't have like 8 packs.
Bosmo has no. Bosmo's a dumpy fly person. He can't understand how these mammalians work.
So he's saying that they all look the same. That's great.
Well, I mean, everyone's a little space racist, apparently.
Everyone's a
kidding.
little bit spacist. It's true.
Meanwhile, Macro has found a small stick that wouldn't serve the purpose, but he's so happy that he found it and he's carrying it around in his mouth. I'm gonna get so many angry letters from people. Clatoonians don't act like that.
They do
Right,
now.
One of the big roleplay guilds is gonna come after you. At
This age
Headbox.
doesn't matter
.tv.
since it's all out of canon now.
That's right, it's legends.
Legends of the Puggler.
Now, the
Continue.
projection of the gatekeeper is now kind of sizing all of you up one after the other as if it were taking in and judging all of you one by one. While I welcome the aid, I have to wonder if you would truly be a match for the person that seeks to corrupt this land.
Well, there is only one way to find out.
Yeah, we just gotta go to dinner with him and see what he's like, see what his interests are.
Look up his profile on Match.com.
I'm not sure what this Match.com is, for in my time, well, I really have no idea what it is.
They're just talking nonsense.
Conehead is a fan of Christian
But yes,
Mingle,
the first
obviously.
part of my statement stands. There's only one way to find out.
Indeed, there is, but I feel that you are not even sure what it is that you're getting yourself into here. Do you even know what this place is?
Nope.
Wyatt makes this like weird face in the back. It's like, how do they not? This is all Jedi shit.
Yeah, it's totally freaks Jedi shit.
Yeah, he is wearing a Jedi robe.
If it is a Jedi temple, then it is all the more important that we get in there, for the Jedi Order is in dire need of rebuilding.
It is? What has happened to the Order?
It's been
Oh, boy.
destroyed by the
You might wanna
Empire.
sit down.
He's a hologram.
The Emperor has used agents of the dark side to wipe out the Jedi Order. Only a few remain.
You mean the Sith Emperor?
What? Well, he might be a Sith. His name's Palpatine.
I have no recollection of a name such as that. But many years have passed since I was placed here to guard this temple. You are correct. This is a place for the Jedi, for our order. I feel that I can sense the spark within some of you here, yet are you true knights of our order?
There are no more knights. This is why we must find all the information that we can. All the knowledge has been suppressed and destroyed.
What a dire time this truly is, then. And the gatekeeper is definitely looking a little bit distraught by this news. You've not brought him good news, to be frank. First, his temple is
Way
invaded.
to go.
You just made a holocron sad.
Well, he should be sad. Shit's
High
bad.
data.
Starts crying holographic tears.
That's right.
Don't worry about it. It's just Bonzi Buddy. I've seen this on plenty of systems throughout the Imperium and Rebellion's fleet spaces. You're gonna have to get rid of it with some malware bytes. If it asks if you want to hear a joke, you say no.
MacLeod just runs an antivirus program and the hologram screams as it's deleted. It's like, alright, I fixed your rock.
Your rock's good now. Quit going to them porn sets. That's how they get you.
You installed Bonzi Buddy again. Where did you even find Bonzi Buddy?
It hasn't been invented for it won't be invented for at least 1 million years or something.
Well, everything old is new again. I mean, it's cyclical.
Okay, now Bosmo has kind of invoked that the Jedi need this information. He's suggesting that he's well familiar with the Jedi code, even if all the knights have long since perished. Apparently, the gatekeeper doesn't really know any better, and he doesn't really have time to ask for a history lesson. So we're going to do a quick little opposed check here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I hope this one goes better for you, Arp. I really do.
Don't worry, it won't.
That's all right, though. We're gonna stack the deck, so it's gonna be really depressing when it doesn't work.
Somehow the hologram shoots Bosmo in the back.
A holographic disruptor pistol. Doesn't do any damage though. It's just a hologram.
Does 12
But,
damage this time.
I'm gonna have you roll your knowledge.
My lore.
Is it lore? Let me bring that up. We're going to go with the actual knowledge skill.
It's subdivided though. It's
lore
core
is a
world's
knowledge
education.
skill.
Lore is
It's the
Why
Jedi.
why
It's the
did
knowledge
it
skill
show
that's
me?
part
Alright,
of the Jedi thing.
alright. Use that.
Okay.
And it's going to be against 2 red and a purple.
Dang.
Now, you
Use
do
our
have a
light side
boost
points.
die. Yes, you do have a boost die from your climb. And if you want to, you can also use a light side die. Or a light side point. God, I'm going to get that right eventually.
2 red and a purple?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I guess I'll try to use the last remaining light side point.
You don't have to.
Do it.
Times are turning dark. Did you win?
Don't know yet.
Yeah. Zach
Damn.
is pointing out that this hologram could be your new master. Or your dad.
Yeah, that sure failed.
Yeah, well, at least it didn't.
Thanks, blank
Fair.
yellow die. Thanks so much.
It's pretty close, though. So what
Well,
briefly
To be fair,
transpires is a
Bosmo
little...
wouldn't know as much. You know, he was very young when this happened, so his knowledge of the Jedi
And
code
that-
is half remembered.
Yeah, and that's kind of the sense that the gatekeeper gets. What transpires is a brief little back and forth discussing the Jedi, the code itself, and by the end of it, the gatekeeper has what might just be a wry little smile on his face. There's much you have yet to learn, young Padawan, but clearly you are well on your way.
If only there were someone to teach me, Bosmo says, drooping.
Like that person we were trying to rescue.
Ah, yes, the scholar within. Malefax has not been treating her well thus far. Unfortunately, there is nothing that I can do about that, but I must entrust you all with this task. I have no one else, but clearly I will take what is left of our order. I sense within some of you the force. I sense the potential for great things in your future. And so I will help you here in my valley, at my temple. As you can see behind me, high above the spires of my temple, you have quite a journey ahead of you still, but I have no doubt that through your sheer perseverance, you will make it as a team. Now, as the gatekeeper is saying all of this, he's also kind of looking at Roll Cage in particular.
Rail just has this look of confusion upon his face, like, why is this weirdo ghost guy looking at me? And also, since when were you all Jedi?
I hope he's especially looking at Wyatt when he says that.
Terrible.
Clearly we are not Jedi yet. But someday, perhaps.
Yes. Someday, I have no doubt of it.
Wait a second.
Now, I will...
You guys are Jedi? When did that happen? What?
Wyatt just shakes his head, takes the stick, and tosses it.
Oh boy! McGruff goes chasing the stick, obviously.
Wyatt quietly apologizes.
And so, into my valley you shall go.
Phrasing.
But I should... Phrasing. But I should let you know that the locals here within the valley have become increasingly hostile as a result of Malefex's influences. He has turned them. And although they have listened to me in the past and the wisdom that I have been able to provide to them, they no longer do so. They may attack you if they find you. There are also certain... Well, I mean, clearly look around. It's not the best of weather. 9 months out of the year. So you may find another climb ahead of you to get to the temple. But again, I have no doubt that as a team, you will persevere.
Thank you, Master.
There it does, keeps it.
Yeah, team.
You may want to get going. There is a group of hunters nearby. I think if you head due east and then north, you will find an advantageous location to meet them, if you so desire.
How are these hunters finding us?
Wyatt looks back to the, knee-deep tracks they've left in the snow.
Yeah, but, on this planet.
Well, we did have that piggyback signal, right?
Yes. And we still don't know how that got there.
It's true.
Who knows? It's
Maybe
a
they're
mystery.
hunting hunters and not bounty hunters that are clearly following Rail Cage and have been this whole time.
Well, sounds like we better get a move on then.
Indeed. Haste. Time is of the essence. Haste is necessary.
And it's at that point that the hologram gestures to the path and it disappears.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's when the Wampas show up.
Just imagine what that could teach us. If only we had the time.
Can we? It's coming from a holocron, right?
If only we had the time.
Yeah. It's
take
it's more of a projector than anything
Oh,
else.
okay.
I mean,
So-
if you
okay.
want to try to take it, you can.
It probably would
No.
take too much time to disassemble the whole thing.
Yeah, and I don't think any of us is familiar with super ancient Jedi technology.
No, probably not. Unless Farrell shows up with his artisan character.
Most of us probably wouldn't even know what a holocron was.
Well, I mean, it was just if it's like a cube
Yeah.
sitting there, I mean, you can just pick it up.
Yeah.
It's not.
He just
So.
leaves it lying around.
But yeah, so yeah, we'll
Take that
Carry on.
path.
All right. Now that's a good spot for a break, and then we can decide if we want to stop there for the night.
All right.
it is pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm.
All right. Thank you for running for this for us, Smug.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
A little slower, I know. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had fun.
It was fun, yeah.
We had fun. And there
we're
were
using
several
the
off-topic jokes. It was
Yeah.
great.
we're doing the scene sequel format. We had an intense battle last week. This week we needed to recover from that and continue with the less fraught parts of our journey. It's solid
Right.
writing.
We've been
You've
pretty fraud if
you've
we
got a
fuck
little
up those
more
rolls, though.
story. Well, that is true. But
Okay, and
you've got more of the story behind this valley.
we did indeed. And we learned that Malefax is probably not a Sith. At least not in any form that an ancient Jedi would recognize.
Indeed.
It's probably just a dark side force user.
Probably just a jerk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is
really.
certainly a jerk.
It's gonna
He
turn
really
out
likes
he's
Hot Topic.
super nice.
And speaking of jerks, Mike, thanks for joining us.
Oh, that's always nice to be called out.
Wow.
Well, there was an awful lot of stuff going on. That's all I'm saying.
God,
That's true.
that was so savage. It delayed to hurt me. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah,
Sorry for these jokers. I think you're great.
it was it was a very cruel callback, but I'm not going to apologize for it.
Hey, I respect it.
All right, and thanks again to D. Davis and Steve and Jared as well for joining us this evening,
Yeah, it was fun.
and
no
to
problem.
all of you in the chat, and to all of you who are watching this on YouTube. Thanks as well.
Yeah. If you like what you're seeing, let us know in the comments below. And thank you, White Caliber, for being such a sport.
Oh, well, you know how I am with sportsing.
You were on the Canadian Olympic team, weren't you?
Is that a puppy playing with a squeaky toy?
That is, yes.
Oh my
Sweet.
goodness, so cute!
He
All
is.
the pets.
I want to touch the puppy.
All right, and so until the next time, all the best.